And everybody comes to the conclusion that hentai makes you smart. No. That's exactly it, yep. But yeah, because you get very few chances to actually use Pico and level him up, I kept him low level because I needed Bunyan, and I wanted Bunyan as his mentor, and you weren't able to do that until much later after you got Pico. And since he starts at level 1, you really want to get him, you know, on that mentor. And so I didn't use him, so he's very low level, but now that I have full access to him and he's on his mentor, I'm gonna level him up. And then this grinding will be a twofold thing. First off, I'll grind, you know, I'll get some levels that'll help me along the game anyway, because I think I'm getting my butt kicked a lot. But I'm definitely gonna be getting my butt kicked if I do not grind up Pico here. Like, he needs to get balanced out with everybody else, or else I'm gonna struggle way more than I have already. I don't like grinding for the just for the just so everybody understands. I really dislike having to grind to advance story, but I'm okay with grinding to, you know, for another reason, you know, like if I'm okay grinding as a choice, but I typically don't grind during story advancement because I like to kind of take it as the game intends. But Pico's sort of low level since you don't get a lot of opportunities to use him, so that's why I'm leveling him up. If that makes sense. Well, that's a pretty decent spell. So basically what I'm getting from this game is Dragon Form is dumb, why would you even use it, LOL. Granted, at least it's not Dragon Quarter. The fairy village unlocks in the lighthouse, and then you're forced to go there through the story. But yeah, careful with that kind of wording where it's like, hey, did you get to this part of the game yet? Because if I hadn't gotten to that part of the game, that would be a spoiler. Yeah, so far, I mean, look, like, here's the thing. Dragon Form is a choice in this game. You can use it or you can not, you know? If it's not very interesting or, like, powerful, fine, that's one thing. But, I mean, the difference is that using Dragon Form doesn't cause a game over in this one, okay? You know? Like, you can just use it at your leisure, and it's just not a very well-designed Dragon Form system, that's all. Nope, I've tried fishing in this game and I don't like it. You know what's funny? My favorite fishing minigame in a Breath of Fire series is 1. You know why? Because you slap your rod down, it goes doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop, and you get something or you don't. The end. No aggravating, anxiety-inducing mechanics. Yeah, I have to agree with Roseguard that the best fishing minigame I've ever played was Final Fantasy 15. By far. Fishing in FF6? No, that's fine. You just go over and grab a fish, no big deal. It's that weird pattern nonsense that like, it's, I can't explain why it's aggravating to me, but it's like, oh man, it's really, really, really frustrating having that like weird pattern thing that doesn't really work very well, no matter how much you do it. And then it just, I don't know, I hate it. I can't abide it. Susanna. She's calling to the wind. Uh-oh. It's gonna run. It's not running, yes. Oh, that was only 220, so it was not separated. Okay, so the XP you get is what you get, but XP is split based on number of party members. So if you have a third party member, you're getting less XP overall, but it's split automatically. Thank you for the heal. Regular. Uh-oh. I think I just got unlucky with the runaways then. Because they're not running away when they get low, so. 7 HP, 5 power, 3 agi. Pico got 3 agi. Dude, that is huge. He now has 3 agi. Oh my god. I hate that that's accurate, dude. Oh man. How much agi does gear have? Actually, all gear takes away agi. 1 weight is minus 1 agi, so. It's because he has a lot of heavy gear on. Bunyan gives HP, defense, and attack, but minus AP and minus int. But it's only minus 1 AP and minus 2 int, so it's not that big of a deal. I wouldn't mind some more AP on Teddy, but it's understandably unnecessary. Although being the primary healer of this game basically does make me want more AP on him, not just the dragon form. But he's also a damage dealer. He's the main character. He should be smacking stuff, you know? So I've resolved to using items as my form of healing. And since Pico's equipment seems to be kind of like intermittent, I think it's easier that way. Not to mention Pico's a big old brick wall. So yeah. We're gonna get Pico to, I think, 18 before we move on. I know it's a lot of levels, but if we get some Titan oozes, it'll go pretty fast. And the couple levels that Nina will get along the way will definitely help, of course. Since she's no longer getting minus AP from Yggdrasil. Starting to hit for a decent amount of damage. They're so dumb it's contagious. Interesting. It almost feels as if random encounters are based upon like area, chunks of the map. And if you walk in too small of an area, you won't be able to re-engage an encounter. You have to cross between like some kind of section. Watch, he says poutine. Poutine, see? He likes poutine. We need to feed him poutine. Hey Marie, thank you for the 31 months of Twitch Prime. Who doesn't like poutine? I know, right? Like, you don't have to be Canadian to like poutine. Just because it is Canadian, you know? It's just good. It's cheese and fries and gravy. Like, how do you not like that? Die Debbie, thank you for the 30 months. What's up, dude? Hope you get some rest soon, and look forward to seeing you at Limit Break. That'll be at least a vacation-ish thing for you. If you're going this year, again. In an airport. Oh my god. But yeah, I wasn't getting an encounter when I was doing this for a while. Oh, there it goes. Okay, maybe. I'm almost so. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, I rush through games because of my speedrunner history." And it's like, my speedrunning history does not define me or how I play games. If anything, my way that I played games defined me as to how I speedrun, you know? Like, I played games for decades before I started speedrunning, right? But one thing that I will say has changed since I started speedrunning is that I do look at games a little bit differently, and I discover like how certain RNG values, I like to kind of try and discover and figure out how certain RNG values work, or how different stats are allocated, or how enemy spawns work. So I do kind of mess, like if you notice, I walk around kind of differently to try and like determine if there's a way to avoid encounters. If I walk close to a wall, you know, the game can't put me into an encounter because I'm too close to the environment or something. I've been doing that a lot, stuff like that. But I also kind of like to figure out how XP is distributed, how stats are allocated, you know, if there's like automatic balancing factors, you know, I look into all of that way more due to my speedrunning history. That much is true. It's running, it's gone. No, okay, got it. So I would say I observe a game differently based on due to my speedrunning history, but I don't rush through or play a game any differently due to my speedrunning. And I don't feel like I've ever rushed a game. I always kind of play at my own pace. But I will say that one of the good things about having ADHD is that I absorb information very quickly. So I can kind of just look at something really quick and I'm done, and I go and I move, and I like to keep moving constantly. Regular. Hey, her spells are still really underwhelming right now. Oof. Don't hit him. Okay. Wow. Have you guys ever seen that movie with Chevy Chase where they get pulled over and they get put in that weird house with the old creepy guy and the family and the hot dog train? Gosh, what is that? What movie is that? $10 AP, 7 int. Lizzie, thank you for the 15 months of Twitch Prime. Thank you. No Edge for Pico, yeah. Nothing but trouble. Yeah. In the end credits, the old creepy guy's like jamming on a synth or something like that, and the battle theme just reminds me of that all the time. Like when it's just going to town on the synth, just freaking crazy, like on the keyboard, you know? Or something like that. Might have been an organ. I can't remember, but it just reminds me of that. I can't remember if it was in the credits or in the movie. I've seen the movie like 3 or 4 times. And Chevy Chase is fantastic, of course, but I don't remember exactly where. Yeah. And then they freaking send him to the pit of death or whatever. Yeah, there was a judge. Yeah, the dude was a judge, and he sentenced them based on basically if he liked them or not. No! It was definitely a weird movie, yeah. Super weird. Hey, Suzaku, thank you for the 5 months of Twitch Prime. In honor of that, I will have Nina say your name. Poutine. I got a Scrazamax. Oh, that's pretty cool. Dan Aykroyd, yeah, he's actually the old judge dude in makeup. A boss goblin, okay. I think John Candy plays the cop, yeah. At the very least. Yeah, John Candy was a huge loss. Huge loss. Yeah, I think he plays the daughter too, yeah. I really enjoyed planes, trains, and automobiles, yeah. Who's the other big actor guy? Oh, Chris Farley was the other big dude that passed that was a huge loss. I loved Chris Farley movies. Like Chris Farley and David Spade, man, they were such a good team. Hey, Rion, thanks for the host, dude. I just sneezed and then I did a wind spell. That was actually really awesome timing. I created wind. That's another way to do it, I suppose. Although, I don't think that's creating, I think that's the opposite, which is, you know, what's the opposite of creation? That's destruction, right? Or breaking something. So if you're farting, you're actually breaking the wind, not creating it. Why you always gotta burn Pico, buddy? Oh wow, his defense is much better though. Yeah, on rare occasions we have meaningful discussion about actual topics. And we also talk about fairies doing it, so I can have more fairies in my village. I hope you feel better, Rian. Sometimes some of those go hand in hand. Whew, had your wisdom teeth out. You know, I got my wisdom teeth out and I didn't have a modicum of pain the entire time. I was prescribed Vicodin and I didn't take a single one ever the whole time. I was fine. I was eating solids the next day. They put me under for the operation, and I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'4", right? I'm a big guy. And when I got up out of my chair from like the operation, there was like this really short nurse that she was like helping me up. To make sure, you know, I had my balance and everything. And then I took a step and then like pretended like I was slipping and falling because, you know, it's still under or whatever. It's still, the look on her face was like the end of the world was about to happen. That's like a moment that's locked into my memory for all time. I love doing stuff like that. It's like my favorite thing in the world. Oh man. she was a good sport about it though. She was like, oh, you really had me. Yeah, okay, yeah. Jolly Green Giant is actually a giant. He's like 6'8" or something. Like, he's actually tall. I'm just like, I'm high on the average scale, is what I am. Although I will say that the world is designed for like 5'6" to 5'10" people. Everything is too short for me, you know? Like, I have to duck under many doorways. Back seats are always in the dashboard. Some front seats, knees are in the dashboard. Sorry. Most back seats are always knees are always in the back of the chair. Theaters, like old style theaters, are not very accommodating, but the new style theaters where they're all about the relaxation, they're fine. Sinks, counters, tables, every kind of public area you go into, it's always like hunching over, or your knees don't have room, legs don't have room, yeah. It's a freaking annoyance. Being tall's overrated. Oh god, this reminds me of that conversation where we were talking about how being tall has its drawbacks and it's a little overrated, and then someone was like, if you think being tall is bad, you're an idiot. And I'm just like, what? What? Yeah, Pico leveled up. Venom Breath. Ooh, nice. Most back seats are banned, yes. 9 power on Pico's 7 defense and 16 HP. That's a hell of a level. Alright, let's see what his stats are at and see where we